Okay, so today we're going to be taking 2 points. We're going to be writing all 3 forms of the line from the 2 points. You do not need to take notes on the first set of points because they appear on your worksheet packet that I'll be giving you, so I just want you to pay attention right now. So if I were to give you the points, -2, -1, and 2, 4, and if I were to ask you to write all 3 forms of linear equations for these points, what's the first thing that you're going to need to do before you can write any equations from points? Athena? Find the slope. So step 1 is going to be to find the slope. And all these steps are listed out for you so that you know exactly what to do. So first I'm going to find the slope. Remember that my slope formula is m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And remember that this is x1 and y1. This is x2 and y2. So today's lesson, we'll just kind of review everything, pull it all together. So y2 is 4 minus a -1, which becomes +1. x2 is 2 minus a -2, which becomes +2. So now I have 4 plus 1, which is 5, over 2 plus 2, which is 4. So my slope is 5/4. So I'm ready to move on. Which form of an equation would be easiest to write if I have points and a slope? Sophia? Point slope. So the next step is to write your equation in point slope form. Remember that point slope form is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1, where x1 and y1 represent the coordinates of an actual point, and we leave just the x and y as x and y so that we have a general equation. I'm going to use the first point, but you could use either point. So I have y minus a -1, which becomes y plus 1, equals 5/4 times x minus a -2, which becomes +2. So that's my first equation. I have my equation in point slope form. Which form would be easiest to go to next? We have 2 left, slope intercept and standard. Rosa? Yeah, how would we go to slope intercept from point slope? We've done this before. Anyone? Lacey? Solve it, or do our distributing, simplify, get it so that we have y on the left, everything else on the right. Okay, so let's do that. Y plus 1 equals 5/4 times x is 5/4 x. 5/4 times 2 is going to be 10/4, which would reduce to 5/2. So I have 5/4 x plus 5/2. Now I'm going to subtract 1 from both sides. When I subtract 1 from this side, I'm going to do it in the form of 2/2, which will make it easier to subtract from my fraction. So I have y equals 5/4 x plus 3/2. Okay, and that is my equation in slope intercept form. So that was my third step. Okay, and lastly, I need to put it in standard form. That's what we've been working on. So I'm just going to move over here to step 4. To put it in standard form, remember I need, well, let me just review what standard form is. ax plus by equals c. So I need to move my 5/4 x. Is going to need to go over to the left side, and I'm going to need to get rid of the fraction. So let me just rewrite this up here so I can work with it. 5/4 x plus 3/2. I'm going to subtract 5/4 x from both sides. So I have -5/4 x plus y equals 3/2. Now I have 2 fractions in here. What can I multiply by to get rid of both of them? Athena?
-4.
-4. Good. That'll get rid of my negative sign, it'll get rid of my first fraction, and it'll get rid of my second one. So times -4 times -4 times -4. So I get 5x minus 4y. Here I can cross simplify. 2 goes into -4 2 times. 3 times -2 is -6. So I get 5x minus 4y equals -6. Okay, any questions about that? Okay. We're going to do one more example that I want you guys just to try on your own, and as soon as you show me, it's kind of like an exit ticket. As soon as everyone gets that correct, then I'll give you your homework, which involves just 3 problems like this.